Paranormal Caught on Camera Season 9 Episode 4 is a wild ride through some of the most jaw-dropping and mysterious paranormal encounters ever caught on film. This episode is packed with everything fans love about the show. Haunted mansions, ghostly apparitions, UFO sightings, cryptid encounters, and even a haunted Titanic exhibit that floods for no reason. If you're looking for a detailed recap and ending explained for Paranormal Caught on Camera S09E04, you're in the right place. Let's break down every spooky segment, the evidence, and what it all might mean. The episode opens with a bang, teasing viewers with a shadowy entity spotted by an investigator in Peru. Frank Mendez, a paranormal enthusiast, heads to La Quinta Heron, a group of old mansions in Lima, Peru, known for their haunted history. The location is infamous because a Japanese businessman reportedly died by suicide there in 1928. And many believe his restless spirit is the source of the paranormal activity. Frank explores the abandoned mansions alone, determined to rule out any human interference. As he investigates, he hears unexplained knocks, sees doors swinging on their own, and even captures eerie humming that sounds like a human voice. The tension builds as Frank's nerves start to fray, and then he catches something truly chilling: a small dark figure moving across a dining room. Frank is convinced he's witnessed something from the other side, and the footage is enough to give anyone goosebumps. The show's experts suggest that the tragic history of the mansion could be fueling the activity, with the spirit possibly trying to resolve unfinished business. Frank leaves the location shaken but determined to return, convinced that La Quinta Heron is one of the most haunted places he's ever visited. Next, the episode shifts to a classic cryptid encounter on Vancouver Island, Canada. Wendy Taylor and her husband Joe Clementi are hiking in the dense forests near Port Renfrew when they spot a massive, hairy creature standing about 7 feet tall. Wendy quickly pulls out her phone and records the encounter. The creature keeps its back to the couple, blending in with the trees, but its size and posture are unmistakable. The footage sparks debate among the show's experts, with many believing it could be a genuine Bigfoot sighting. Vancouver Island is known as a hot spot for Sasquatch encounters, and the couple's story matches up with other reports from the area. Wendy and Joe admit they were terrified and didn't dare follow the creature, but they're now believers and hope to spot Bigfoot again on future hikes. The segment highlights how the Pacific Northwest's dense forests provide the perfect hiding place for cryptids, and how rare and special it is to catch a glimpse of one. The episode then takes to the skies with a UFO sighting that leaves everyone baffled. John Carlin and his wife are on a flight from California to Denver when she spots several bright, glowing objects outside the window. She films the lights, which appear to keep pace with the plane, moving in ways that don't match any known aircraft. At first, John thinks it might be another plane, but the lights move independently, turning on and off and shifting positions. Strangely, no one else on the plane seems to notice the objects, leading the show's experts to wonder if some people are simply more susceptible to witnessing paranormal phenomena. John later learns from a friend who's a pilot that many airline pilots have seen unexplained things in the sky but rarely talk about it. After about 5 minutes, the lights drift away and disappear. John is just glad he caught the encounter on camera, and while he doesn't claim to know exactly what he saw, he's convinced there's life out there somewhere. Back on the ground, the episode features a chilling ghost sighting on a highway in Illinois. Truck driver Ken McGill is driving on I-57 late at night when he spots a white, nearly transparent figure crossing the road just after another semi passes. The dash cam footage clearly shows what looks like a woman in a white dress holding a bouquet of flowers. Ken is shaken and checks the footage later, noticing that the GPS data is missing for that stretch of road, a first for his dash cam. He posts the video online and is contacted by another driver who saw the same figure just minutes before. Even more unsettling, Ken learns that a fatal accident occurred on that stretch of road the night after his sighting, and that a woman was killed in a similar spot in 2019. The show's experts discuss whether the ghost is trying to warn drivers, or if its appearance is somehow linked to the recurring accidents. Ken is left with chills and a new respect for the paranormal, convinced that what he saw was real. The episode also explores haunted pubs in England, where spirits seem to enjoy a pint as much as the living. The Jamaica Inn in Cornwall is famous for its ghostly activity, with glasses sliding off tables and phones falling off the hook for no apparent reason. The legend of Sailor Jack, a man murdered near the inn in the 1700s, is often cited as the cause. Another pub, the Coniston Tavern in Nuneaton, is haunted by a former customer named Dave, who died of a heart attack while drinking. Glasses explode and drinks are knocked over at his favorite table, and the staff are convinced Dave is still trying to make his presence known. At the New Wellington pub in Newmarket, owner Nigel and his daughter Georgina witness a glass shattering on its own, captured on CCTV. A paranormal team tells them there could be hundreds of spirits in the pub, with one in particular trying to get their attention by breaking glasses. The segment shows how haunted pubs are a big part of England's paranormal culture, and how the living have learned to coexist with their spectral patrons, though they wish the ghosts would stop breaking so many glasses. One of the most intriguing segments of the episode involves a Titanic exhibit at the Volo Museum in Illinois. Marketing director Jim Wajdilla arrives one morning to find the entire Titanic exhibit flooded, even though the building has never flooded before, and there were no burst pipes or cracks. Security footage shows water pooling from underneath a replica of the only car that was on the Titanic when it sank. Even stranger, the rest of the museum, over 50 exhibits, remained dry. The show's experts point out the eerie coincidence. The building previously housed a firefighter exhibit that burned down mysteriously, and now, as a Titanic exhibit, it floods. Some believe the objects in the exhibit, especially those connected to tragedy, can hold spiritual attachments and attract paranormal activity. Jim is now making sure all the cameras are running in case anything else happens, eager to capture more evidence of the unexplained. Throughout the episode, the show's narrators and experts offer tips for viewers who might witness something paranormal themselves. Always keep recording, trust what you see, and don't be afraid to share your footage. The episode ends with a reminder that the world is full of mysteries, and that sometimes, the camera really does catch what can't be explained. Paranormal Caught on Camera Season 9 Episode 4 is a perfect example of why the show is so popular. It brings together real people, real footage, and real reactions to the unknown. Whether it's ghosts, UFOs, cryptids, or haunted objects, the episode shows that the paranormal can happen anywhere, anytime, and to anyone. The ending leaves viewers with more questions than answers, but that's part of the fun. Wondering what else might be out there, just waiting to be caught on camera.